Hello y'all on YouTube, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. Today we have a cool unboxing. This is part 2 of part of a pass around. I wanted to break them up because I really wanted to deal with the first one. Now we're going to look at the second one and actually a little extra thing that's in it. So let's take a look. All right, today we're going to go ahead and look at a pin that was included and a knife from Remette. I wanted to look at the pin first. I like pins. I'm kind of curious about this. I have a few tactile pins and some other ones. This is from Tacray. I don't know much about them, so you guys will have to let me know. It's supposed to be, is it titanium? Stabilized titanium pin. All right, so what do we have here? So I'll put this off to the side for now. All right, so we have, I don't know if that's a bead or something. Oh, it's like a spinner. Okay. Okay, I admit that's kind of cool. Okay, that. Oh. Okay, I don't hate that. All right, so locking here. Interesting. Kind of a Sagai pattern going on here. I wonder if this is part of Urban EDC. I'll have to look. What are we dealing with? Okay, so we're dealing with a typical Schmidt Parker refills. Okay, very good. All right, it should go on there pretty easily. No gasket on here, which typically you have, right? So that's interesting. Pretty light. Yeah, pretty nice. Nice clickety. Oh, wait, hold on. Are they two? Wait, hold on. What's going on here? You can click either side? Okay, that's kind of cool. All right, so I do like pins, and I will tell you, I have a few, so I'm going to pull them out. I have my first tactile one. Where's my other one? Oh, here it is. Got that. I've got my fountain pen, and then I have my little fountain pen. Then I have my college pen. This is the one I got when I graduated high school a long time ago, Mont Blanc. So I mean, I have this still and I used it. They don't make this burgundy one anymore. It's just a Mont Blanc. But then you have this right here. It's a I don't know how you pronounce it, but I call it Keiko or Quaco or, hold on. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Yeah, this is the same one, same manufacturer. I just got to see the words on there. Yeah, Koeko, something like that. It's a German one. And obviously these are fountain pens. I like these guys. And got this little leather slip from, I believe this is Grizzle Bear Leather Crafting. So, and then I have a larger one here. I use this one regularly as well, and I like fountain pens, but I've been into the Mont Blanc. My tactile knife company, which has a similar mechanism like this, right? And this has that very knurling kind of detail as well, and this has a little Damascus little thing up there. And then we have, this is their new one, their lever one, which got like product of the year at Blade Show Atlanta, which is I think well deserved. So this was a cool one. I like this brass, so it's nice and smooth. And then we have this, which is similar. I don't know the price. I don't know if this is really expensive or if this is cheap. I have no idea. It feels very light. I love the fidgety of that. I think that's really cool. That's neat. All right, I love the blue. I hope there's different colors, because you know, if you're a blue fan, that's great, but I'm not a super huge blue fan. Very interesting. So definitely a cool pin. Here, just so we can zoom in on it, just so you guys can see it. I think that'd be fair. So here you see the body of it. Here's the locking mechanism. You see how it locks down like that. And then we disengage it like that. And you can lock it like that. And disengage like that. And lock it that way. All right, and then you have this, which looks like a little bead. Like, I don't know if it's a ceramic bead, a glass breaker, but it looks like a ceramic. But then it spins. Look at that. Can you see that? Let's see here. It just spins and spins and spins. There we go. All right, so that's the pin. Interesting pin. This is by Tacray. It's the Spinium, which makes sense now to me. The Spinium, very cool. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna close that. Interesting pin, definitely very cool. I should probably leave it out for our final shot, right? Because we're gonna do a screenshot of this. I don't know why I do that sometimes. So ignore that. We'll put it over here for now. Let's look at the Remette one. This is a cool one. I'm not familiar with this new Remette one, but I've been wanting to check it out. So how do we get in? How do we open this? Okay. How does this open? How in the world does this open? I don't know how this opens. Do you pull it open? I don't know how you get this open. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I totally ruined this box. We're gonna have to fix that. This is crazy. Totally illogical opening. I'm sorry. Remette, cool idea, but makes no sense, especially with the way it's locked in there. I do not like this box. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. If you're gonna have this, let it pop open. That, I just ruined the box. So I've got to try to fix it. This is a borrowed pass around, so now I've damaged the box like an idiot. Absolutely, first experience is super negative. All right, we got the cloth, we got that, so I don't really give a crap about it right now. We'll take a look at this. This just started everything off terrible. All right, so here's the knife. Integral, interesting. Flipper, hidden hardware. I don't know what that is there. What do we got going on here? So is it, all right, so hollow grind. Remette, I don't know what, it is a liner lock, okay. Does it tell me, oh, M390 blade steel. Flipper works pretty good, okay. Is there a screw or something in there? What is this thing? I don't know, it's too complicated. Interesting, okay. I'm sorry, I so distracted by the box. It really, it irks me to no end. I hate stuff that's not logical, and yeah, whatever. Okay, let's see. All right, not a very strong detent. I thought it felt really light. Yeah, it's super light, super light. So, and because of the leverage here, yeah, you can absolutely fail it. Yeah, absolutely fail it. But it's hard to fail, I will admit. The thumb studs, they're okay. These are better. I like the angle on these guys better than that Ken Onion one, if you saw the part one. Definitely a better angle to get there. That's nice. Both reverse, okay, and you can reverse over here. Yep. All right. Okay, that works pretty good. The flipper works pretty good. Okay, that's nice. We got some sharp edges. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know what this is. No instructions. Again, I'm not into these weird contraptions. I don't know what that does. Yeah, I don't know. All right, it's not very intuitive. So if you like really weird gadgety stuff, there you go. I'm not digging it because that doesn't seem ergonomically comfortable, usable, whatever. It's got a choil, not the best choil. It's not really, you can choke up. Definitely if you're gonna try to go in there, you're gonna get too close to the choil. You're gonna have to go back a little bit so you're not, that middle part is misleading. You've gotta be half knuckle or something. Here, it's a 4 full fingers. I'm right at the max. So it's a large hands with big meaty fingers, right? If you've got extra large hands, you're definitely gonna be over the edge. You're gonna have to choke up. Very edgy. I don't like that. I do not like that. That's not cool. Okay. Interesting knife. I'm not a big fan of this knife. I can tell you my first impressions are, I don't even know if I want to review this, to be quite honest with you. I think we're just gonna give our impressions here and think about it. I'll tell you how much it weighs. I'm not gonna recommend this, okay? I'm not gonna recommend this right off the top. So there we go. 5 ounces, 4.9 ounces. Really, really, really heavy knife for the size, okay? Let's get the measurement on that guy. We're looking at a knife that is just over 8 inches, 8 1/16 of an inch. The handle area is about 3 5/8. If you choke up, you might have 4 1/4, 4 1/3, 4 1/2. The blade itself is 3 3/8. The cutting length is 3 and just over 3 3/8, maybe 3 7/16, right? So there you go. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and get the blade stock thickness on this guy. Very edgy. I'm not a fan of that at all, just to let you know. All right, so we're dealing with a blade stock thickness of 138 thousandths. What are we dealing with over here? 138 thousandths. So it's a pretty robust blade. Not on the lighter side, so definitely thicker. Got some very sharp edges. I'm not a fan of any of that. Not a fan at all. The jimping's pretty good on there, so that's good. I do like the angle of the thumb studs. That's cool. If you're gonna do this kind of thumb studs, that's a nice angle. Very good. A little sharp on the top there. I don't understand what that is. Doesn't seem very intuitive. I'm not even gonna try to do it because I don't want to cut my hand. Do not want to cut my hand. And I have no idea how this would work. I don't know. Interesting. Unique and different, I would describe this as best. All right, so there you go. Interesting knife. I don't like the sharp edges. This is not bad. Back here, it's a little sharp. Here, it's sharp. I don't care for that. Sharp on the inside, a little sharp. Definitely have a cutaway, which is nice, so that does work. It's not super heavy, but let's see, where do you clear the detent? Okay, so you clear the detent there, so you can get by it. That's good. Let's do that again. Yeah, so you can get by it, so that's good. The little flipper there, it doesn't cause you to not be able to clear the detent, so that's good. Some weight relief on the inside, as best I can. It looks like an inset liner lock. Okay, no idea how the rest of the mechanism works. It's a harpoon blade shape, big swedge, hollow grind, which is nice. Nice kind of satin finish on there. That looks pretty good. Very thick blade stock. Comes out to a strong tip. Definitely good for getting into dog food, cat food, fertilizer, mulch, and all sorts of boxes and letters. Edge is not bad. A little short edge. I would definitely want to lengthen that edge, even for this hollow grind. I think that's a very short edge, but there you go. Yeah, very edgy. Very, very edgy. Interesting. I'm really frustrated about the box. I really am. It gave me a bad feeling about that box. Absolutely hate that. I don't like weird gadgety stuff like this. I am not a fan. I'm sorry. I've never been a fan of this. Everything I've ever seen over time, they just start to rattle and move around, and it just doesn't work. Screws, you can Loctite them. They stay. You can replace them. Stuff like this, by the time you need to replace it, there's going to be no parts to fix that unless you have a backup knife. But interesting concept. Interesting concept. I will say different, unique. Remette definitely tries to push it out there. Some of the stuff is hit or miss for me. And this has a nice appeal in many ways, but there's some things that really bother me about this. Don't like the edges. Don't like the edges back here. Those sharp corners. This integral, I have no idea how you would take this apart. I see something here, like this is like, maybe this goes on the outside of something. I don't know. I don't know if you click that and the knife comes out. I don't know. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to cut myself and I'm going to get injured, so I don't want to mess with this. So I'm sure if you guys know how it works, great, let me know. Those are the guys who love weird gadgety stuff like this, go for it, man. This is not for me. Not my cup of tea. This is just gadgety, and that's cool. I don't find it super comfortable, especially with the edges. Don't like that. I do like the inset liner lock. The flipper works well. The thumb studs are well designed. I do like the placement of thumb studs. The action's not bad. Love to see what it would be like with Skiffs, right? Maybe Skiffs might make it a little smoother. It doesn't feel super smooth, and if it already has Skiffs in there, because Kevin put Skiffs in there, then, well, it could be better. That might be something to do with the blade or something, but I don't like a lot of the other stuff about this. It's just not a comfortable knife for me. Just not comfortable. It's already biting in with all this edginess. You can get super edgy, and this is that part of that where people think like the 0.05 millimeter chamfering is enough. This is not. This is not. This is too sharp. Too sharp. And then you got this right here, and that's just makes it super uncomfortable. So I will tell you, not doing a full review because it's just, there's not much for me else to say about this, but I do not recommend this knife. It's not going to be in one of my recommended things. It's interesting. It has an appeal. If you like the look of it, you like gadgety stuff, go for it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I think there's a lot of potential here. If you could get rid of this goofy whatever frame thing this is and do the blade, I like the blade. I like the thumb studs. I like the inset liner lock. I just would like more comfortable scale and a functional scale that I know how to work without feeling like I'm going to cut myself open. So I'm not into the gadgety stuff. Just not my cup of tea. No offense to anybody else. If you love it, love what you buy and buy what you love. If you love this, go buy it. It's not my recommended thing. If you like a knife that you can take apart, you can replace screws and feels pretty basic, has some roundedness, comfort, you know, those things that you would expect out of a knife when you use it for a long time, like this, I feel like I could use for a long time. All the sharp edges, there's none there. This is a long cutting kind of tool, right? I can do that. This is a gadgety, nice looking kind of collector thing. I wouldn't use this long. I just wouldn't. I don't. And then with all this weird, I think there's some piece inside another piece and you can get stuff inside. It just feels like it's a recipe for, you know, having to take it apart and clean it, and I don't know. Sorry guys, that's just my opinion. I'm not recommending it, but I do like this pin. I think this pin is cool. I don't know how much it is. I mean, if it's not like unreasonable, if it's like a pin, if we're looking at a pin that's definitely less than $100, I think this is super cool. I mean, I think this would be really, really cool around maybe, you know, 60 to 80 bucks. I think I would definitely be all for it. I could see maybe up to 100, but if it's way more than that, definitely not my cup of tea. I don't feel like that's more than a $100 pin. I definitely feel this is way more premium than that. And if this is significantly, because it's urban, looks like it's urban EDC, so there's a chance this could be a $300-400 pin. I don't know. If it is, it will not be recommended either. And I'm not going to review this because this is just a pin. It works like this. I wasn't expecting to review the pin. It's interesting. I like the spinny thing. That is kind of cool. I'll try to see about the cost of the pin, if it's reasonable or not, if I like it or not. Otherwise, you know, if it's reasonable, it's going to be, if it's a really good price, I'm going to be like, yay. This is no. But you know, if you like it, go for it. It's just really uncomfortable for my hands. I don't like it. Maybe longer fingers, longer hands, you're not going to hit those edges like I do, because where my hands kind of rest on there, where I do my presentation, everything is a hot spot. So I don't like that. And I really, really, really wish they would do something better with this thing here. This is ridiculous. I'm going to put a little note on there after I try to fix it. I'm so sorry, Kevin, whoever's Remette knife this is. I am so sorry for ruining the box. I will try to make it look like you can't see it was ever destroyed. I have some things I know what to do, and we'll see if it works. But here you go, guys. That's the Remette. What is this Remette knife called? Is there a card on there? Was there a card? Okay, I have no card. I thought there was a card. Maybe I'm thinking of the other knife. Okay, there you go. I don't know what it's called. It looks like it's WK1, so week 1. This is the week 1 knife, I guess, for your first week of ever carrying a knife. And after week 1, you don't carry it anymore? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is going to be one of those reviews I'll never get a chance to ever get another Remette knife again because of this. Their aesthetic is very interesting. You know, I find it a little bit like in line of like Concept. Concept has some unique designs. There's a few concepts I really love. Overall, majority of the concepts, the design is a little out there for me, right? But there's a lot of them that I do like. A few, not a lot, but a few of them that I really like. Kaiser's more in line with a lot of the designs I like, but they have a few interesting ones that are not my cup of tea. Reich is pretty cool. They have some interesting ones, but they have a lot of really weird, you know, stuff. Riot has some interesting ones. It's a lot of these really weird out there kind of like pushing the limit. You know, I guess people like to see what weird things they can do. That's great. If this was like an engineering community, I guess, and not people who actually use knives, this is not going to be a usable one for me. So sorry if that's a big letdown for anybody and anybody who sees this review, but that is where I stand. I'm not a fan of it. You will probably see in our pass around group, there'll be a lot of people who are huge fans of this. I'm not one of them. I'm just giving you my honest impression, and it'll probably be at the risk of never getting a chance to check another Remette out unless I buy it, which is fine with me because it's my honest opinion, as I would give with anything, because I don't do this to try to butter up to anybody. I do this because I love knives and I love what I collect and things that I enjoy and things that are important to me. So there you go. Let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me, you know, if I'm an idiot, but tell me why. Don't just tell me I'm an idiot. That's, you know, gotta be respectful about it, right? I'm telling you why I don't like this. I gave you my reasons. You give me your reasons, right? So if you found this content fun, helpful, interesting, or entertaining, would you please consider hitting the like button? If you've already hit that like button, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button. Subscribing and liking the channel, it does help me out. It really does. Appreciate you guys, every one of you out there who watches the video, enjoys the content, or just watches the content and gets something out of it, even if you disagree. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, maybe consider hitting the notification button as well so you can be notified of future content like this and other videos. And a big shout out to my channel members. I appreciate you. You do two things for me. You encourage me, and I do appreciate that. And secondly, because of your generous support, you allow me to do things sooner than I could. Check these pass-arounds, even if I don't get to do another pass-around. I appreciate that. Do a weekly budget banger giveaway and stuff like that. So thank you to you guys. As a small way for me to say thank you, I do two things. I want all new channel members to get a channel sticker and a thank you note. Secondly, I do have a members exclusive giveaway once a month. So there'll be two giveaways on that 1 week in the month when we do the members giveaway. Usually a nicer knife than a budget banger. And if any of that sounds interesting, there is a link down below in the description on how to become a member. I have 3 different tiers. Don't ever feel obligated to do it because you want to, and if you do, thank you. Also, appreciate everyone out there. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't already, check me out on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Again, that's on Instagram at robs_nerdy_knives. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day and a great week.